What is good, everyone? So we're going to be backtesting another model. We're going to be backtesting silver bullet and also the fair value gap entry models as well. So let's look the daily, and you will find us right after this intro. So on the daily, you can see that we have an order block we are reacting to. We have this loss taken out, so you can see that we are bouncing from something like this or this. How we approach this, but we still have this whole block which haven't approached, which means dropping is also still possible. And you can see that we retested the new week open gap right there, and yeah. So let's see some important liquidity levels. The weekly low was taken out. We have another weekly low here, which means it's these are the next levels of liquidity that might be targeted. Now let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour is showing us dropping. It's currently 10. You can see it right here. Let's go to the next day, because this one you had traded it. Wednesday. Okay, so here, yeah. Now when I go to 2 hour, you can see what is happening here. You can see that we retested the new week open gap, and we might be about to respect it and drop lower. And when I go to 1 hour, I have an inverse fair value gap which we aren't breaking through, and 30-minute, it's also not showing any bullish signs. So if we don't react on this fair value gap and push higher, then we might target this level or this one, and if we drop lower, we'll be targeting these relatively equal lows right here. These equal lows are a good liquidity point to target, so we'll see if we can get an entry to target them. So 15 minutes, same thing. It's 11:45. Let's see if between 10 and 11 there was a trade. So by 10 starts here. 10 is here, and 11 is here. So we know we are targeting lower levels. We can see a liquidity raid right here, a high taken out. We can now see a shift right here, and okay, the first shift is actually here. We have the first shift right here because this is the recent low. You can see it's taken out. We drop, we create a fair value gap, small one, we retest it a small bit, then we drop, which means you can have this entry first, this one, stop loss right above here, and then you can target a liquidity level right here, such as this low, such as this one, and you can see that it was taken out on a good 4 hour. Yeah, and another, by the way, these trades are taking like just 1 hour or so. 1 hour and 2 minutes. So this is one. You can also mark the shift here. You can see that there's a shift, and this, I think this one provided entry on the 5-minute. Did it? Nope. But you can see right here the shift was pretty clear here. The shift was a clear one, and you can see that we retested the fair value gap. This one, did it close above the fair value gap? Of course not. So you can see that this one was respected fully, which means here you can enter, stop loss above here, and then target. You can have this one, but if you want to hold for longer, you can also target this low right here. You can see that it also provided a good portion in the market. Okay, so let's wait for the next day, because this day we sped it up too fast that we didn't get to the day. So let's speed it up 4 hours. What time is it? It's 15:59, 19:59 time. 7:55. So now we can add like 2 hours. Okay, you can see now we are 10. Come on, why am I always going faster? I just sped up 2 hours. Now it's 10:59. Okay, so anyways, when we go to the 4 hour, you can see that we ended up dropping below this liquidity level, and crazy enough, I think we can use the daily to determine where this is going. So in 1 week, so you can see that this one was disrespected. We are currently in this one, and on the daily time frame, you can see that we have a level of liquidity right here. This one, the sell side, daily S daily, sell daily SSL, and we have a good OB right here under it, which means that might be a good potential, or even this wait, we have equal lows, so it's another level of liquidity. We'll see where the market tries to push higher instead. So also at this level, let's see if market takes these levels out, or if it respects the other blocks right here. So let's go to the 2 hour now. You can see that we took out these highs, we dropped, we shifted in structure, created the fair value gap, tested it a bit, and now we're dropping. And then we go to 1 hour, you see that Thursday at 7 we dropped, and we started pushing higher. I don't know what news was happening these days. And then let's go to the 1 minute and see if the silver bullet provided an entry. So it is between 10 and 11. Okay, so you can see that we have a fair value gap which was created before market reacts on it. We create another fair value gap, doesn't get respected, because you see the next candle opens, drops, and we didn't much create any other fair value gap there. You can see it on the forward that this candle was very indecisive somehow. So yeah, that's what happened on this day. I think we can first forward maybe on Friday. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Three, 4 plus 4, that's 8. Okay, now we can just move 1 hour. 1 hour, we are 9:59. What was wrong? Oh wait, it's gone from 7 to 9:30. It's a bit crazy. I don't know if those are market crashes. So now we can see that on the daily, we are trying to push higher after taking out this level of liquidity, the one that we had marked earlier. Since I'm backtesting the silver bullet, I don't think I'll be taking entries where I'll be targeting that level. Now I'll go to the 1 minute where I can maybe anticipate to push higher and fill this gap on the daily. If you can see, I think you can see it right here. Let me remove these images. You can see that we have a daily fair value gap here, and if we are reversing, we might fill this gap and then push higher, or if we aren't, fill this gap, test this other block, and then drop. The 4 hour, it delaying? Okay, it looks like it has loaded. So the 4 hour for 6, you can see it wanted to drop a bit as a reaction from this order block, which means that we might even push lower and take out this sell side. So now I go to the 2 hour. So we have a fair value gap here. 1 hour. So my main liquidity target is this, and then on 15-minute is the same thing. Let's see if we have a sweep. Let me mark 10. 10 is here, and 11 is here. So 1 minute. Let's see what happens on the 1 minute. So we're targeting to go lower and maybe take out this sell side liquidity there, because I don't think it was taken out, was it? Oh god, scrubbing this low is really crazy. But yeah, we'll look for entries to the downside. So the 9:30 opening created this mess, dropped, created the first present fair value gap, which didn't show anything, which means that setup wouldn't be any valid. So by the open, we see market rally up a bit. So maybe we might expect to take out this high. So we're reacting to another block. Respected this one. So I'm waiting for a shift and a retest. So here we shift in structure. Let's see how the next candle behaves. Then you can dictate what to do on this fair value gap. So these candles closed a bit above this fair value gap. You can see this right here. We had this fair value gap, then the candles are closing above, which means I don't think this one was respected to the max, which means it wouldn't be a high probability one. So it ended up taking the low right here. So a trade here wouldn't have been bad, just like this, and then you target this low. Okay, well, that was all about. So this fair value gap is also holding. So should we sell? I don't think so. Let's wait a bit and see. We still have sell side though. Here we can enter. Fair value gap gets respected. The sweep, the shift, and we have the sell side. We can also target here, which means ideal entry. This fair value gap retest. Stop loss right here. First candle of the fair value gap. Now let's see, where's the sell side though? It's really far, which means we can target somewhere near and see if it's taken out. So you can see that we got filled right here, but this one wasn't the silver bullet, it was just the normal ICT classic entry fair value gap. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Let's look for another opportunity in the day. So let's remove this. This was Friday, so which means you start the weekend good. And you can see that this fair value gap right here, was it retested again? Yeah, a bit. So let's wait for sell side to get tagged out. Well, we know it will get tagged out eventually. 5 minutes didn't offer an opportunity. When we play it, see that we're still dropping. We have a small fair value gap here. So if it gets retested, okay, it gets respected 5 minutes, you can see that we are in a fair value gap and we still have to drop there. So can we take a small short and target here? So a small 2R. Do we drop? We're struggling to. And it ends out a stop out. I can save the image. None se muza byagenze gute?
Paterine?
Yeah.
None tugiye kuimvolvingamo noneho na manager wa Olima.
Urima.
Kandi barishyushye abafite udukoresho.
Biri recording nose.
Nawe rwose uri umwari.
Okay, so we can see that on the daily we took out these lows, which means that maybe expect to push higher after this sweep. So this Friday was quite a mess. Let's maybe wait for next week to open. So this is the PM session of Friday playing out. And you can see that Friday, man, is showing signs that we might be going higher. And when we go back to the 1 minute, you can see that market created a gap at the open right here, which means it will retest it. And when we go to the 4 hour now, since we are about to have a buy model, you can expect maybe to, push higher and take out this buy side. So let's see, we have a shift because this was the recent lower high taken out. So if we drop, then if we don't push beyond this gap, that means we might be now dropping. And you can see that this fair value gap is trying to be respected. So I mean, it might drop. And when it drops, we might target this low and this fair value gap on the 2 hour right here. Have our 1 hour fair value gap here. 1 HFVG and the liquidity level. Alright, so let's see. We will wait for Monday 9:30. Monday at 10, sorry. Monday 10 is right here and 11 is right here. What is this? It drops into the fair value gap and takes out this low. That's really crazy. Then we start pushing higher, drop into a gap, is respected, and we take out this low as well before 10. Looks like we are still dropping. Okay, so let's go now to the 1 minute. You can see that we have some relatively equal lows, but this was a sweep, so they are not relatively equal. But maybe on the high time frame, as the 1 hour shows that they are a bit equal, which means we might target this level. And let's see on the weekly if you can get a liquidity level below there. You can see that there's only this one, which means this can serve as equal lows to make us push even lower. So going back to the 1 minute, let's wait for 10. Wait, 10 hasn't even reached yet. Okay. Another one at 11, right here. You can see by the moment 10 opens, start trying to push a bit higher. Create this for the first fair value gap here. Doesn't get respected. Let's see if we tap into it. So you can see that we respected this one, which means we can target this buy side level. It's not a fake out. It will be something like that. And does it hit TP? Yes, it does. Right here. Up to 10. So what do we have to learn? How to spot fair value gaps that are getting respected. That's all. So we have another good trade here, silver bullet. Okay, so I guess this was nice for today's silver bullet, for this day's silver bullet. Let's remove this image. Remove this. Oh wait, you can just all we have to remove is this. Yeah. And now we will wait for the next day. So back to the 4 hour. You can see that we are trying to reverse very hardly, and this was the 4 hour candle. Small accumulation, the manipulation will drop and then we distribute higher. Anyways, so let's see how the next day goes with the silver bullet strategy. No, I think I'll fast forward with the 4 hour. Tuesday, Wednesday. Next day is Wednesday now. Can now use 1 hour. Let's see, it's 7, 6. This is 7. Oh, this is 10. Crazy. So now you can see that we're trying to push higher. We didn't break this low, which means we are respecting this low, which it's a strong one. So we might target some equal highs there, or some highs in the upside. You can see that this day is a bit bullish at the start, but we expect to push higher. So back to the 1M. We can now zoom this in. You can see that we're trying to push high. Let's see if this time we got a model, because we were late to the party. So at 10 was here, and 11 was here. So what was the first value gap presented? Right here. You can see it was respected, 1, 2, then stopped out the people who had entered. It's a crazy one. Created another value gap, respected it like 1, 2, 3, then it stopped out. Oh, it respected this one though for a moment. You can see didn't have a clear direction, because when we got the 4 hour, it was a bit small. So yeah, maybe this wasn't a winning day. So maybe we'll wait for the next one. The problem is that I'm shifting and going way too far. Okay, Thursday. Okay, it's now 6. Now it's 10:29. Okay, so you can see by the start of 10 whereby 10 started somewhere here, right here. You can see we created the fair value gap, respected it, and pushed higher, created another one, didn't respect this one. See this candle, but someone would have entered here, but then you can see that this one is also getting respected, and it's also near another block, which is a good confluence. So you take a good trade here and target the upper levels. So let's see on the 15 and the 5 minute how it looks like. You can see we tested this good fair value gap, and we are looking to target higher levels such as this high. So maybe we enter, target this high, stop loss below the low, the 1 minute. This is a really low R trade. You can see that we were stopped out and then pushed high. Crazy session for real. Really need to know how to backtest this. So this fair value gap wasn't respected. You can see we pushed high for a moment, then stopped out, but the first one that forms was respected. The first one that forms, because I didn't think we went below it. Oh yeah, we did. We went below it. So what shows us the target exactly? Because if we entered here, the stop loss right here, we'll target like a 1 to 3, we will get it. A 1 to 2, we will get it. Except if a stop loss was here, then we'll get just a 1 to 2. Crazy model, man. Anyway, so this is one of the losses we get while trading the silver bullet. So maybe I'll keep learning more about it and seeing what I can change about trading it. So until we meet again, stay blessed. Peace.